And whoever is trying to get better at initiating, you gotta learn about how fast your Util is gonna appear on their screen as a Sova dart, and how you get scans off, because that's basically what you're doing when you're playing recon initiators. If your info gets denied, then you're not really doing your job. Don't create weird darts that will take you a long time to set up. Only have a lot of lineups for areas where you're gonna be playing the most. For example, Haven, I'd be playing A a lot, so I have a lot of lineups for A. So what I mean by the time that your dart will appear on their screen is, let's say C smoked off.
Right here.
You're defending C. You smoke off the attackers before they exact onto site. What a lot of Sovas would naturally do is they'll dart and see if they can get like a quick spam. So, or like they do this one because like they think it's good, you know. But if the smoke bloom, right, and you dart like right here, even though that they can easily flick to that spot, trust me, they don't have the time. Because if you think about it, the airtime in between the dart coming out of the smoke to that roof, it's like a millisecond. The only time that you do these type of darts is when they're about to flood into site. When they like mid-exec, that's when they have to like turn around, look up, because you're trying to point their crosshair away from you as far as you can. This dart is that dart to do. You shoot this dart to do that. Now have to let it turn 180 degrees and look up. So that's called crosshair displacement right there. And now you have the peeker's advantage. And when you have peeker's advantage, you know, I'm not talking about angle advantage and everything. Peeker's advantage is basically your time to kill. So you flip the advantage on yourself because it's like a 3v1. Now you have the advantage because now you decrease your time to kill, and they just increase their time to kill. If you get what I mean, right? You're more faster to kill them rather them killing you. That's what time to kill is. So if you master that, you'll be winning a lot more fights. Trust me, Sova. Another easy example I can give you is like you're sliding out on an enemy with neon. Your time to kill him is a lot quicker than what he sees on his screen. His time to kill is high, so that's how you win your fight. I always save my dart for C, and I shock that to get them off the line. And once I win this power angle with that simple shock, because I get there first, that's also break trips. Now I just jiggle the line until they push me off.
Shock dart.
Cover kid.
Enemy spotted A.
Revealing area. Shock dart.
Reloading.
One on the left, I think.
Honestly, you could.
Silent.
Two A long.
Yeah, one look to it.
Spike down A.
Just a short. It wants
one side.
if it's C, I go under this pot anywhere, and I just point my crosshair under the pot, and then it goes scan C.
My ult is ready.
I have the line here. I'm jiggling it. Is it C?
Yeah, revealing area.
Spike down C.
Oh, one garage.
Garage and too long.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
There's an all.
So all my lineups are crosshair line 2 bars. Don't land right there, and I'll get scans. You can also like kind of do the same thing
Shock dart.
with shocks, but add a bounce or two, right? Here, I'll show you
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
where those shocks land. So pretend these are shocks. You can also throw those if you're not going to be there in time to help out your team anyways, because it is a long rotation. 2 bars in between here. If you're on the way rotating and you kind of want to help out your team. If they start dying your util, you know, then you have to change up your dart. So if you know this Hiko dart right here, the most common one that
Scanning ahead.
they break, this is
Right here.
only good
Right
if
here.
if Cypher just throws a cage but doesn't commit a lurk. But if they're actually crossing, you can change up your dart.
Revealing area.
That is so much faster and harder to hit because it goes over their head and they have to turn around. And you can have your Reyna tell your Reyna like, hey, you know, they
Right
have to
here.
like look behind them to shoot that dart, swing off of it, you know? You know, that kind of goes with any recon initiator util. It's like you want to have an eye where it instantly pops in their screen because fade eyes are pretty slow, just like the dart. That's what you have to learn as a recon initiator. There's two types slash in recon. You want them to like look away from you.
Revealing area.
You want your darts to make it harder for them to hit and easier for you to play off of. Because once you're here, you can already play
Right
off
here.
2 scans. Line yourself up against this box if you want to take this lineup. Aim your crosshair in the middle of this top gap. It's a crosshair lineup. Again, very quick. 2 bars, double
Scanning
bounce. And what it looks like on their screen is above their head, right? So if they're here, they're like, what the? Like, where did I come from, bro? Where? That's Sova tech I can show you. Yeah. Another thing for Sova, don't even do fucking after the nerf where it's not 75 all around. It's better to deny plant and delay plant rather than them looking up and they see a double shock dart and then just move out of the way for 1 second. Your drones are for reclearing, right? So you use your dart and your drone is kind of for like mid to late round unless you're doing like a fast push on attack, but always use your drone to reclear or like retake. You don't want to just drone
Right.
and get only one and you kind of do nothing about it. So every util should have like a purpose and there should be some value and there's a point behind it. You don't want to throw utils just to throw util, right? Because you want to have some for post or something like that. Again, everything is very situational, so take these tips generally because there's always situations where you can pull off certain things that you shouldn't make into a bad habit. As long as you know that it's a bad habit, play, you have all the free will to make that play. If you have a fast-paced team like a Neon, Jet, and Clove, don't even worry about droning, right? Just ask one of your duelists to flash for you, like maybe if you have a Reyna, right? Yep. Line and get to this corner and then
Scanning ahead.
dart. And then shock
Shock
trip.
dart.
Run up. Take the site fast. Trade out your duelist. After you use your utils, you play the trade. You're secondary or third man in break trips. You're denying sentinel util. Break trips.
Shock dart.
Be hit on an eco. You're trying to go fast. You're trying to break that trip.
Revealing area.
You kind of throw your dart first because that dart kind of
Right
takes a
here.
long time. And then by the time Jet or whoever gets up here, you know,
Right here.
trip will be broken. And this
Right
dart
here.
land just in time for you guys to like hit it.
Scanning ahead.
So there's a lot of airtime for this one. So then you guys can like get up to here and then it will scan, you know. Because a lot of people, what they do is like, they throw this dart,
Scanning ahead.
but you're
Right
here.
here.
How you gonna play off of those scans? So you gotta time your utils as initiator. You know that scene from fucking Iron Man with his buddy. This is the kill box. Not supposed to be in here because there's too many threat angles and shit. So right here is a kill box. The reason why it's a kill box is that once they're attacking onto site, this is the most vulnerable the attacker is going to be. This is the only angle without concealment or hard cover. They're going to be exposed here for like 3 seconds until they get out of the kill box. Now they're against like hard cover, or like if there's like a
Right
smoke here randomly, now they're in concealment. Because concealment is like basically things that you can hide behind but it's still wall bangable, right? Like smokes or this box. You either want to be in either one of the two spots. If you're not in either, then you're out of position. No one can really trade you, like, or here. You know what I mean? Like you're
Right here.
exposed to so many
Right
threat
here.
angles. That's why a lot of Jet Neon movement duelists, they dash through the kill box. Their time in the kill box
Right
zone is like little. This right here. Because you can hide here, I guess. So once they're up here, you fight them here, or like here, because you know they have to aim everywhere. That's the concept
here.
of kill boxes. And once you know that they're in there, then you start throwing your toes. You know, they're exposed to a lot of elements, and you kind of swing out. So that's when
here.
you take your fight. So that's how you win your TTK. That's how you have peeker's advantage, right? Even though you have a disadvantage in the angle fight here, you have an angle disadvantage here, right? You kind of win the time to kill battle if you peak with timing. That's why when you scale out, you're out of the kill box. You're looking left until they're like, you know, all your threat angles, you know,
Right
that
here.
you're exposed from kind of turns into one. That's why on like Abyss, when people are entering A with the bridge, right, they scale out left because there's that pillar. Even though it's like wall bangable, it's still like concealment rather than going out execing right side and onto the bridge on Abyss, and they're just exposed everywhere. I think a good example for this, if you're trying to go in, what I do is like I'm gonna go right because you have more angles to like, you know, isolate. You're isolating your threat angles better. Like right here, this is very like you play this, but you're like covered from plat, you know. Like once you're up here, you know, hopefully you don't get timing, but
Right
that's
here.
one less threat angle to like worry about and fight this rather than coming out here, you know. And there's too many. So the pathing to scale out as a non-movement player is like, you know, like this.